Hello, everyone. Dr. Victoria Scarbo here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. So, the Republican candidate for the Republican nomination and for the presidential election 2024. And so I said I would do the Democrats, and I mentioned, of course, Joe Biden. Who else did I mention? Joe Biden. What are the other? Oh, Kennedy, RFK Jr. And I was talking about Cornel West, who isn't running as a Democrat, but I wanted to look at his cards as well. And then somebody brought up Maryanne Williamson, and so we'll look at Maryanne. I love Maryanne. I have many of her books. And if you're interested in seeing something I've done previously on Maryanne Williamson, I'll put a link below for the video. I do the astrology and Kabbalah. Well, I do the Kabbalah. Well, you'll see it. It's a good video, a lot of good information. It was before the time of Zoom and the time of being able to put presentations together. So it's a little rough, but the information is really good. The technology isn't quite what you've gotten used to, I guess. All right, so I'll put that there. So let's take a look at the Democratic candidates for the presidential nomination for their party. And I think I'll start with, let's start with Maryanne. Ladies first, right? Maryanne is a very successful woman, very compassionate. In a way, she's made success of the business of compassion in a way. And it's business is kind of tried and true methods. So she's, she is a force to be reckoned with, and she definitely has made her mark in ways that maybe somebody who's been purely political running for an office, say, has not. So let's take a look at Maryanne Williamson. So we start off with the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups. So this is about being in a relationship. So a relationship is primary here. Now, the Two of Cups is often associated with, relating one-to-one on an equal level, kind of with that energy of Libra, right? You, that I and thou. And this, the Two of Cups has that energy, this equanimity, equality, balance, right? And so it can be a relationship to another person, or it can be a relationship to your own higher self. And so with this card coming up as the first card on Maryanne Williamson's read, I would say that that's probably her relationship to her own higher self, her own higher purpose. The challenge is strength. Does she have the fortitude? Does she have the fortitude? Is it worth it to her to win, to have to work that hard? It's not like she's okay, I don't even want to say realistically, because it's a new paradigm. Who the hell knows? Her challenge is just to have the strength, just to have the strength. Let's look at the root of the issue. Yeah, this is about a new world order, folks, and it's one based on what is essential, with a better relationship to the earth. This is kind of a Green New Deal vibe. Remember, just because she's running for president and she doesn't win doesn't mean she hasn't done her work, right? It goes to the next thing. Is the next thing our relationship to the earth? She's done a lot of stuff, a lot of books and such about our relationship to the heavens. Now it's time to start working on the relationship to the earth. That also has to do with financial backing, of course, right? There is a seed of potential. It can grow if it's nurtured. Let's see the past. The King of Wands in the past. You know, Maryanne Williamson is a Cancer, but she has Pluto, I think. Well, she definitely has Pluto in Leo, but I think it's conjunct her South Node. And there's a deeply passionate energy with that. There's a deeply the feeling of joy, victorious, when you know you've given your whole self to something, right? That feeling. And that's what she felt in the past. I think running for president the first time was a real, in a way, boost for her. It was a boost to bring her into a higher level of consciousness to more and more people, right? So in the sky we have the Three of Pentacles. So people are willing to work for her, and people who are not, not cashiers at the grocery store people, but people who have professions. There's professional people who like what she has to say. Let's see in the immediate future. Yeah, they're gonna skewer her. They are gonna do everything that they can do to bring her down, and it's completely unfair. And who would that be? Who would that be? That would be the Democrats. That would be the Democrats. She has to watch out because unfair tactics. I don't like when I say it's a Democrat. What do the Republicans care about her? They Maryanne who? Oh, the woo lady. There's nothing there. They think she's completely like non, like no, like what? Yeah, sure, right? Like that kind of attitude. But they do recognize in the Democratic Party that kind of people power, populist in a more of a social democratic way is quite popular with the folk on the ground, and the Democrats know that, and so I think they're going to try to maybe pull a dirty trick here. Now I can't say I heard something about Biden saying something about Williamson, or there was a Biden Williamson, like those two words came together. So I'm not sure if Joe Biden had like dissed her or whatever. I should look into that actually. Or you can tell me if you know, or I'm just imagining this. All right, let's see how it's seen from the outside. There is this sense of, is it spiritually fulfilling? Is it fulfilling my spiritual needs to do this? And this card is, this is how other people see her. This is a card of abandonment, abandoning something. Her domestic situation. King of Swords. Oh. I don't know if she's married or something. I don't know what her marital status is. I don't know. This is either somebody who's going to protect her from the dirty tricks. I think that's what this is. This is protection. She needs protection at home. That definitely is true. She needs protection at home. Okay. Hopes and fears that her message gets out there. as little and, as because the page is the youngest, right? The youngest, but it is the earthly power, and it's, bringing compassion to earth. That's what this card is about. And I believe this is her wisdom in her Kabbalah. This is her wisdom square. So um she's hoping, like, the hope is that the message is getting out there. And yeah, she's a fighter, man. She's a fighter. She's gonna stand to the last man. She's not, because it's not about winning, it's about getting the message. That is how she wins. She wins by getting the message out. We have the Queen of Cups, but it came up reversed. So she'll have to be careful of another woman. This could be a water sign. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. And then healing. And balance. So just by standing up, she's winning. She's healing. She's putting that energy out there. The energy of temperance. The energy of temperance. All this Republican hate speech, she's, it's speaking of love. And really, that's what Biden speaks of as well. We're better than this. Let's get together. If I can get together with somebody who I don't agree with on almost anything, you can get together. It's by, like, example, just like Jesus said, by example. All right, so underneath it all is working really hard for the message, so that message can be carried by many and not just her. It's time for us to take our wands. It's time for us to take our wands and spread the message of love and compassion and forgiveness. And just moving away from that hot and pointy and bloody end of the spear, and move towards love, move towards compassion. And she's a great soul. This is part of her path. Now, I'm thinking, I think her birthday is the 6th. Oh, hold on one second. Let me check. Okay. I had to see when her birthday was. It's the 8th of July, 1952. Her path of life is a 32-5, which is victory in the tarot, the 6 of Wands. It's also the path of life for the United States, and the shadow of the United States. So there is a resonance between what she came in, her path of life, what she's here to learn, what lesson she's here to learn, has to do with healing the soul of America. And that's really what Biden says, but she's kind of like, kind of on the ground with that. You know what I'm saying? But in 2024, when I guess we don't do 2024, right? Because if she doesn't get the nomination, she won't run. So I don't have to do that. So we want to know we'll assume that the Democratic nomination happens after her birthday. So she'll be in a 2024 year. So that means that she's her path for her personal year is a 5, is actually 23-5, which is the opposite, right, of 32-5, 23-5. And that's the Knight of Wands. That was her past, right, in the tarot reading. So she has reached a status that is, again, raising her profile, what she has to say, to more people. And I think that's the ultimate win here. It's not the presidency, but it's a nice message, and it's a message that needs to be said. And then we have justice, reparations, guys. So, and then the ace. Good cards, Maryanne. So, support her. I mean, geez, put your energy into the people that you want to, whose vibration you want to see more of, right? Just like you would apply that to your own life. All right, so I was going to do everybody, right? And I think I've been doing this for 25 minutes. So I'm going to have to do these separately. So this will be Maryanne Williamson's reading. Forget about everybody else. I'll get to them. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Remember, I have I'll put underneath the video from I did it in 2019 for the 2020 election. So, ouch, oh, my knees. So yeah, so and that's what's up for Maryanne, and check that out too, because it like I said, technology is not good, but the information is. So plus you can see me like 4 years. How many years ago was that? 2019. So that was 4 years ago. You can see how well I've aged. Anyway, have a great evening, and I'll see you. Well, I'll see you very soon, because I got to do everybody else. All right, guys, take care. Namaste.